Good. Just wanted to talk a little bit about what goal is, or how I would deem this podcast to be a success. And so I had a few things. One is if I were to receive feedback that somehow some dogs' lives were improved, if they were saved because of our content, that would mean the world to me. That's the whole reason I'm doing this. It's a sad state right now. Just so many shelters across the nation are sharing posts and information about how they're overfilled, they're over capacity, and more than ever, dogs are being euthanized just because they don't have room. So they get a little kennel cough, and rather than treat it and let them write it out, it's just put them on the E list and get rid of them. So if we could help that in any way, that would mean the world to me. The second one, this is a big one, and it's a big ask. But if we could bridge the gap somehow between differing camps, the biggest, the elephant in the room is positive reinforcement only versus balanced trainers, and both of them are doing good work. And you may not agree with the way they do it or their ideology. However, the dog who is on that table getting ready to be euthanized, or that dog in the shelter that is decompensating because of stress, is just too much, because it's a high drive animal and it's stuck in this little pen. They don't care. They don't care if you're going to throw hot dog chunks at them. They don't care if you're going to use a tool to help communicate them. What they care about is being able to be with a person that loves them and that they can bond with. And I know it's a big ask because there's some deep philosophical and I don't know, maybe even like spiritual and emotional reasons that we believe in the methods that we do, and that's rough. It's a tough ask, but my ask is that we just think about it and try to put ourselves in somebody else's shoes, and when we talk about it, avoid being degrading and critical, and talk to understand, to figure it out, maybe why we're doing things the way we do, and why somebody else does, and maybe we can find some middle ground and help some dogs. I promise that I forgot what I was going to say, because I think the recording might be getting a little quiet, and so I was trying to figure out on my mixer how I could turn that up. So let me just try that real quick. Testing. Hello. Here, let's try that. So yeah, back to the fighting. Something that has become like a personal thing for me is if I see somebody do a post where they pull up somebody else and just criticize them, I'm not going to follow that person. If I am following them, I'm going to unfollow. And I've done that even for people that I agree with the sentiment behind it, but I feel strongly that anytime we spend effort, energy, time, resources into pointing out why somebody else is wrong, that's less time that we could have been building what we believe is right and doing things to help dogs. So, yeah, I want to see less fighting and more helping. So my number 3 for success is my network expanding and becoming connected to and friends with more people who feel like I do. And part of that is also developing some more emotional intelligence on my part so that I can befriend and promote and love people who believe differently than I do. So it's expanding who I am as an individual, but then also connecting with other people who are doing awesome things. I love it. There's one post that comes to mind, it's a rescue that works with dogs who have been disabled or paralyzed, and they get them these little wheelchair deals, on their back legs, and they take them on field trips to the beach and stuff like that. And just seeing that they're doing it light something up in my soul. And to be able to meet those people and find out how did they get into that and stuff, that's going to add a lot of fuel to my fire of why I'm doing the things I'm doing, building an indoor dog park and trying to have a big component of that being education about all different kinds of things. Like, let's just get more information and let people make the decision that's right for them. But yeah, this is the reason behind that, and that's the what. But the reason is just amazing, beautiful things that are being done to help dogs out. And then my fourth one isn't even specifically dog related. It's that if somebody sees what I'm doing and is inspired maybe by how bad it is, and they can say, hey, I could do better than that. Cool. If somebody's been thinking for years about starting a podcast and seeing me do it, inspires them to do it, or they've thought about starting a business, serving dogs and their owners, or selling something that can help them, promoting a diet that they feel is beneficial, whatever it is. And I'm talking dog related stuff again, but outside of that, if it's seeing me build a business, and so you finally decide to take the jump and start building a business, and getting out of a career that maybe you're unfulfilled in, that would mean the world to me to be able to hear back from somebody like that. And so that would be another, I guess, cherry on top form of success. So those are the four things that I'm looking for doing this podcast. I anticipate there's going to be a lot of stuff that happens as I'm growing and figuring out how to do this that I'm not going to love. Mostly about myself being a perfectionist. But I also think that it's going to be pretty amazing to see how I do grow and the things that I do learn and the people I get to meet. I just think a lot of good is going to end up coming from this. So if you're here and you're listening to this, I would love for you to give us a like, subscribe, leave a comment, a review, follow us on any of the social media platforms and do those same things there. Help us get the message out. And especially let me know if you have an idea for somebody that you feel would align with my mission and the goals that I've shared here. And have them contact me or you do it. You can get in touch with me at, let's go with Jonathan, JONATHAN, at canineoasis.com. And any feedback or suggestions, recommendations, I'd love to hear them. And just to review again, my 4 goals for success with this podcast are to hear back from somebody that some dogs' lives were improved or saved because of what we do here. Getting some evidence that we're bridging the gap between at least some individuals. I know in the grand scheme of things, not like we're going to get these different camps together singing Kumbaya, but I think individuals, and that's how real change happens anyways, person to person. So hearing that they can be a little more compassionate for somebody who approaches things differently from them, that would mean a lot to me. Seeing my network grow of like-minded individuals and people who inspire me, and then hearing that somebody else is inspired to follow their dream, whatever that may be, I think that'd be pretty amazing. So thanks for being here. This is not as nerve-wracking as last time. The first one, I was like almost out of breath the whole time, just talking about it. And I plan to be pretty transparent through this. I'm not worried about being too polished or anything. I think the more we can be our real selves, the better. Because the real self in you is needed. There's a lot of people out there that need the real you and your unique interests and approaches to things and your personality and everything. So yeah, be you, and help me be me, and let's come together to save some dogs.